Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Let's talk about Tommy Fury and KSI. This is going to be a brief one because people have said to me, can you do a, preview video, or what do you think? To be honest, I don't know. I didn't know anything about KSI until about an hour ago when I had a look on YouTube. I hadn't seen him fight before, but then I was reminded that I had seen a little clip where he knocked out Joe Fournier with his elbow, I think it was, because someone had said to me, what do you think of that? Do you think that was an elbow? And yes, it was an elbow. Didn't need to ask me, but I ended up finding the whole fight on YouTube, so it was only got 2 rounds, I think. I just thought I'll watch that and see what I think of his style. And I don't know if he normally fights like this, KSI, but I may have seen him fight Logan Paul a couple of years ago. I don't know, all clips of it. And I can't remember whether he's changed his style or whether this is always his style, but there was lots of bouncing around. He had his hands down. He was obviously showing off, and the crowd was behind him. And Fournier, from what I can remember, is one of David Haye's mates. He's a businessman, very wealthy, and he had an exhibition with David Haye. Is that the right bloke I'm thinking of? And Fournier, he's got to be about 40 or 42, something like that. Early 40s anyway. And he seemed to have the more conventional boxing style, but KSI had the youth and that sort of youthful vigour, that energy, and was quite flashy. Bounced around an awful lot, hands low, not a lot of jabbing from what I saw. Obviously favours the right hand, seems to like to... He tried leading with it a couple of times in that. I mean, I know the fight only lasted for about a round and a half, well, under 2 rounds anyway. But KSI seemed to... He always favours the right hand and he wants to lead with it. And a couple of times he was falling short. But he did, just before he knocked out Fournier with his elbow, he did land an overhand right that shook Fournier, genuinely shook him. And Fournier, looking at his professional record, even though he's fought absolutely no one, he does have 9 wins and 9 knockouts. And I don't think getting knocked out by an elbow is necessary. Anyone can get knocked out by an elbow or a headbutt or whatever, but you're meant to punch with your with your fist, not your head or your forearm or elbow or whatever. But Fournier, it seemed to me like Fournier was really quite shaken badly before he got knocked out. And I wonder how much of obviously the elbow is going to knock you out, but I wonder how badly he was shaken. He looked to me like he was buzzed. And then KSI went in. That was an interesting thing. KSI, as soon as he saw Fournier was buzzed, he moved forward, and he did seem to display a bit of killer instinct. So, where am I going with this? I think KSI has some very basic ability. He didn't look like a guy who didn't know how to punch. It wasn't, Weatherspoon's car park scrapping. He did seem to have some sort of athleticism, if you like. Can he punch correctly? I don't know. Does he turn his punches over? Again, it wasn't much to go on, but I think he gets by on athleticism. That's the impression I get. And he probably does have a bit of power in that right hand. Now, Tommy Fury, of course. We know all about Tommy. Has fought absolutely no one, not unlike Joe Fournier. In fact, if you look at Tommy Fury's opponents, they're better than Fournier's, but I still wouldn't call him anything more than a novice, Tommy Fury, and which is what KSI is essentially. I don't know how old KSI is. What is he, late 20s, something like that? Fury's early 20s. And the striking thing about Fury is his size, because he's huge. I mean, do I want to say this? Unless he's been bodybuilding instead of learning the trade of being a boxer, I don't see how you can get that size, especially the shoulder muscles, the torso, the barrel chest. I'm wondering how he got to be that big, if you know what I mean. Although, having said that, I did see a picture of KSI at the weigh-in. I didn't watch the weigh-in for the Fury thing, but I did see a picture of him, and he looked cut as well. He looked shredded. So I don't know. Maybe are they both doing something they shouldn't? I don't know. Does anyone care? Probably not in this day and age. But Fury at least has the experience. Well, KSI has the experience of being under the lights, but Fury has beaten Jake Paul. Oh, he was on the floor. That was interesting. Right in the final round, he got knocked down, didn't he? And I thought that was surprisingly entertaining, that fight. I thought it was an okay fight. I don't rate Tommy Fury at all as a boxer. He has some sort of boxing brain, though. I mean, we'll get to either of them. If you, I really don't. I really don't say this with any confidence at all. But what I'm thinking is, based on the limited information I have on KSI, and the limited viewing I've done of him, is that I think he could last the distance, but I think Fury will be a bit too bullish and a bit too. I don't think he'll be like Fournier fighting conventionally. I think he'll be trying to put it on KSI. I'm going to go for Fury on points. That's going to be my completely uneducated guess. It is only a guess, but I just, from what I mean, I've seen all of Fury's fights. I think I know what he's capable of and what he's not capable of, because I don't think he's a particularly good fighter. I think he's an area level light heavy. KSI is all flash and dash, probably not much substance, but can probably ping a bit with the right hand. If he lands it on Fury, will Fury go over? Well, he went over against Jake Paul, but he got up. And one other thing as well, it'll be interesting to see just how much John Fury and all that bombast from John Fury, whether that's had an effect on KSI. Because when they were in the cage, you know that lunatic bit when John Fury got in the cage, started smacking the perspex. KSI looked a bit perturbed by that. Or is it, or am I imagining this? And I know the security guards came in and took him out, and I don't know, maybe I'm reading in something that ain't there, but I don't know. But if the intimidation tactics haven't worked, then I see KSI surviving. I think probably a distance win for Fury. Not really convincing. He'll make another mint out of fighting a YouTuber, but hey, would you turn it down? I wouldn't turn the money down. But yeah, anyway, that's my prediction. Tommy Fury to win on points. Let me know if you care. If you care what I think, if you care about the fight, leave your comments below and subscribe to the channel. If you're new, hit the like button. Spread the word about Joe Stoner Boxing. And you never know, this might turn out to be really entertaining. And like I've said before, whether it's YouTubers, women's boxing, men's boxing, I might stop short of the whole Misfits thing, because I've seen some of them, and that really is round the back of Weatherspoons in the car park, you know, after you've had a dozen beers and 2 kebabs. That really is low level stuff. But yeah, I mean, this might be entertaining. We'll have a look, won't we? All right, I'll catch you later. Bye for now.